Yo, yo, yo. I'm back with Under the Canopy. I have a special guest here. What's up, Shivam? How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling. I'm very honored to be a part of this glorious podcast we got going on.
Let's get fucking comfy on some
We're
real
comfy.
shit.
We're comfy.
I remember, ironically enough, the first time I ever met you was at Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
And we were talking about love then, and we're talking about love now.
We are talking about love. We were talking about love drunkenly at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking about love.
Sober in a park.
In probably the most loving spot in all of San Diego, actually.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is
There's couples everywhere. There's dogs. Just filled with like an atmosphere of love.
if we were able to turn the camera, the viewers would be able to see how romantic and beautiful of a place this is.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And we're literally actually under a legitimate canopy right now. It's not even just
bro.
the name.
Like
So.
the trees are being beautiful with the shade, but we were literally just talking about love. I'm down to continue that conversation. If
Dude,
you
wherever you want to go with this, dude. Wherever you want to go.
I
You're
appreciate
the
your
guy.
transparency. I think there's always that quote, right? That is it better to have loved or never like experienced love? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, shit.
And
that's what you want to start with?
I'm down if you are. And I
mean,
think
we already started. I guess
we're
we should
already
have to
here.
keep going, yeah.
So in your particular situation, you don't have to touch on it, but do you wish you had never met her, or are you grateful that you did meet this person?
Goddamn, dude.
We're starting strong, huh?
Okay, so this is going off like the whole like, do you wish, like, what was the first thing you said again? It's either you're glad you found love, or you wish you never did.
It's like you glad you experienced that love, regardless if it failed, or that you just never loved at all. It's kind of like the whole like ignorance is bliss type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. I think so. I recently just watched this movie with my roommate. Mm-hmm. To anybody who's watching this, it's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
First time watching it.
It makes you think, huh?
Dude, that shit got me tripping, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So it's actually crazy. So because it reminds me of the movie, what we're talking about, because of the sequences of the movie. I won't reveal too much, but basically addresses talking about, if you could erase the memories of a loved one because you could no longer be with them, would you? And I feel like the default response for most couples or anybody going through a breakup or anybody, missing a previous significant other would be yes. I feel like anybody would erase the memories. Simply because it would ease their life more. It makes you feel a little better. It doesn't. Your thoughts are not constantly overrun by another person. But then the movie actually talks about. The movie goes into why, those memories are actually important.
Absolutely.
You are not who you are without your memories. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, I guess I would say that I wouldn't.
Okay.
However, that's not a particularly easy answer because I totally would want to say I would.
Yes.
All in all, though, I would say that I would not because I think the learning that I went through, or the learning that anybody goes through for that matter, it's not even about me, the learning that anybody goes through post-breakup is essential, and I think it's very pivotal in actually forming like the structure of the route you're going to go down in adulthood. Like
absolutely.
As you grow and as you continue going down your career, as you build other relationships, the lessons you learn from a breakup are actually super essential. I would say more essential than any other life lesson. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong there.
I completely agree. I think certain severities of pain, whether that be a breakup or a family death or whatever the fuck, it teaches you almost like the grittiness of life.
Yeah.
And after you've experienced that, it's almost like an anime training arc and some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just you come out of it stronger, you come out of it better on some shit. Go into like that, because I remember when I broke up with Kat, right? And we were apart for like 8-9 months or whatever, how long it was.
Right.
I remember I learned so much about myself, and I learned why I was attracted to her, and I learned like what I liked in women, and I learned a bunch of different things about myself. What have you learned in this experience?
What have I learned from a breakup?
Yeah.
Relationship building is huge. So like actually being grateful for the people around me. So any loss of a loss of or a breaking of any relationship, whether it be romantic or not, will inevitably leave some sort of hole in you, whether it be like large or small, and then you have to figure out how you can kind of mend that hole in one way or another. The way a huge way I think I did so was by meeting people. I moved to San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
And I met like the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. Eternally grateful for the people I've met, and I think they really showed me a lot about what friendships you have, what circles you're in, and stuff like that. I think that was a huge thing. Aside from that, though, just other like self-development sort of things. I grew up and went through college with literally like zero hobbies. I would just hang out with friends and party and do the normal college stuff. I never had any sort of hobbies. What I mean to say is finding an outlet is huge. So whether it was learning how to surf for me, or continue going to the gym more, picking up new skills in the gym, focusing more on my fitness, learning how to take photos, learning how to video edit, try to enable myself more in the artistic space.
Absolutely.
These were all outlets that I ended up seeking out to kind of discover more about myself, to distract myself, to fill up my time, engage my left brain, things all along that manner.
Absolutely. I think something really cool that you said was it taught you how to be by being alone, it taught you how to be creative in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not taught enough in the sense that creativity is genuinely like a muscle that you have to develop on some shit.
Yeah.
Everyone can be creative. Everyone can be extraordinarily talented in that sphere. But a lot of people just don't put themselves in that position on some shit. And it's kind of sad to see, you know what I'm saying?
A good friend of mine, actually, he said that he thinks everybody is born with creativity. So everybody is
absolutely
naturally creative. But as you grow up, the amount of creativity you have starts to decrease, and it starts to numb, and all of these external environmental factors start to take a toll on your total creative output. And the only way to resurface all of that original creativity that you were born with is to just it's as simple as you just have to keep creating.
You just have to.
And there will always come a time, this is also from my friend who said this, there will always come a time in every creative's pursuit where their vision will transcend their actual ability, and the only way to overcome that is by continuing to create. So I never valued creativity. I thought it was stupid. I would actually make fun of people who were thinking about doing anything artistic or like going down the creative route. I thought it was stupid until I realized how much benefit it actually has. And now I'm totally eating my words.
Yeah, bro. Wait, I wanted to talk about like your filming and your videos, dog. Like, genuinely, that Portugal video, when I watched it, I was like, I couldn't believe you had made it. Like, genuinely, that shit was absolutely extraordinary. And I wanted to like, how did you get into filmmaking? How did you get into videos? And where do you want to go with it?
Yeah, first of all, discretion to the viewers. I am by no means a professional. I'm far from
this
one.
Dude is being humble. Like he's low-key can cook. He can cook.
I'm just a wannabe creative. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I'm just a wannabe creative. So, your question was how I got into it, right?
How you got into it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I love movies. You already heard me reference Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Oftentimes, if we're having a long conversation, I'll probably reference a movie. I've grown up watching movies. I absolutely love them. As I actually continued to grow older, starting in like later parts of college and especially now, I analyze the movies way more. So it's crazy because the movies I used to love as a kid, I loved just because they were good movies, but now I'm sitting here actually analyzing how they were made.
You're looking back and like, oh fuck.
Exactly.
Oh fuck, bro. Do you have a letterbox?
I do have a letterbox. We're gonna have to
I
connect later.
have a letterbox also, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard to meet motherfuckers that really just enjoy movies. Some shit, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I can go through a movie a day if I really
I love
could.
movies, bro. Have you seen the Nora?
Dude, we just watched Nora.
It's crazy.
Oh my, you just watched it?
I watched it like a few weeks ago.
It's been out for that long?
Yeah.
Dude, Nora was insane.
Nora was
highly recommend anybody
so
watch it. I
beautiful.
texted a ton of my homies after. I was like, y'all gotta go watch this movie.
Wait, it's like a realistic Cinderella story, and it's so devastating, bro. but it's also like beautiful. It's just devastating.
Dude, the devastation, the acting, the what I really liked about it was the creativity in the humor. The humor was so creative, and like if you like Uncut Gems, it's like
very Uncut Gems vibes.
Yeah, like it's people talking over each other, like stuff that's like a little more unorthodox when it comes to like making movies and stuff. But they mastered it in the movie. It was so funny. Like I was cackling in the movie theater. I thought it was insane.
Mikey Madison, the lead actress, did a fantastic
She killed it, dude.
job,
I thought she killed it. I thought the French guy.
Yeah.
I thought his acting was insane. Like to act like that is so hard, probably.
Yeah, because I just was looking at this motherfucker. I was like, damn, he like seems Russian.
Yeah, dude. He was killing it, dude. Anyway, so Honora, by the way, viewers, fantastic movie. Watch that.
Fantastic, amazing.
Yeah. So back to your question. So I love movies, and then it was weird. There was just one random day where I was sitting down. I was doing a little bit of journaling and some introspection. And I was like, damn, like I don't do anything creative. Like I don't, some of my friends make music, some of my friends dance, some of my friends produce, some of my friends make podcasts under Canopy, some of my friends paint. I don't do anything that engages my left brain, that I just don't create at all. I'm slowly becoming numb to anything creative. I really found myself just doom scrolling like everybody else does on like TikTok and Instagram Reels, and it was really starting to like corrupt my brain. So I was like, all right, you know what? That's when I came to the realization where I had this like epiphany where I was like, all right, I need to start creating something. I don't know how, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I need to brainstorm it out right now.
Absolutely.
So then I was like, you know what? Okay, I like movies, and I like traveling. So I travel as much as I possibly can, and I like movies. So why not try to make artistic / cinematic depictions of my lens on travel and what I see when I go and travel places. So I went to Japan, and I hit up my good friend Arnav Lande, who's a professional.
Shout out the GOAT.
Shout out to GOAT. And he said, dude, your phone is good enough to make a video. And I was like, cool, I don't need a camera. So I went to Japan, and I went alone to Japan, actually. I went solo. It was my first attempt at...
Oh shit, how's solo traveling?
We're gonna, if you want to open that can of worms, then we can do that.
Okay, bet.
But I would love to talk about that too. So I went solo, and it was my first experience both solo traveling and video editing or creating of that sort. So I felt kind of weird just whipping my phone out and taking videos. I was very, I wasn't really supportive of the whole like taking a lot of photos and videos when you travel thing before this. But I was alone, and I would just kind of go around, and when I noticed something that I thought was cool, I would, take a video of it. And when I say cool, I think, everybody's definition of cool is different.
Yeah.
For me, what really stands out to me is just humans doing human things. I think, like, people just living an everyday life, there's a lot to romanticize about that.
Absolutely.
And I saw a lot of that in Japan, because Japan already is a very solo-oriented country. So if you do, like, reference my video ever again, it's a lot of, just people just living a day in the life in Japan. And the fact that Japan just makes it even more aesthetic. So I captured a bunch of shots there. I got back home. I kind of put them together, added some music, whatever. And then I learned how to color grade. And then that became my first ever project. And then that's when I kind of really started liking it. And I was like, I'm going to continue doing this. And then that's when I made like the whole Portugal video and stuff too, which I pretty much did. The process-wise, it was kind of the same thing.
Interesting. Yeah, no, what you're talking about is like of capturing people doing like their everyday things. The video you made of Portugal, the video I've seen of you making shit in San Diego, it's very just like romanticizing life. Whether it's someone like dancing on the street or someone carrying a surfboard or whatever the fuck. I really like how you do that. And do you have, I know oh my God, there's so many dogs around this.
Yeah.
Do you have any like goal or project in mind of like what you want to create one day? Maybe it's a short film, maybe it's something of the sort.
Oh yeah, I actually do. I really do want to create.
Oh damn, some dogs are
going crazy.
These dogs are going at it, bro.
Yeah, very cute dogs.
Trying to kill each other.
Dude, I eventually want to make my own short film. I do have a couple ideas that I've been like just spitballing on in my notes. My issue is I'm definitely still far from a short film in the perspective of like there's a lot you need to do to make a short film.
Absolutely.
Dialogue, script,
Actors,
shot
actresses.
selection, better cameras, higher tech. So I do want to make a low budget one, kind of just on my own.
Yeah.
I am still far from that though, but I do have one, a couple ideas, and I do want to get one made, just for the fun of it in the next couple of years, maybe the next year or two. Other than that though, I just have what do you call it? Just trips coming up and travels that I want to continue making videos on. I think the main thing that I learned is just like the more you create, the better you'll get. It's pretty much the same with everything else.
Absolutely.
The more you do, the better you'll get. So
I-
my goal is to just get really good at my craft and actually make art that people enjoy looking at.
And do you want to release everything you do, or you just want to keep it to yourself?
I mean, when you say release, what do you mean?
Like, I feel like, for example, like this podcast, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
Right now, I kind of just want to keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Just to have like the podcast of me talking to my homies.
Yeah.
And one day, like you were saying, maybe I'll chop it up. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll throw on Reels and TikTok and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But for right now, it's just something for me to enjoy.
Yeah.
Are these videos almost the same for you in a sense? Some of them?
I actually had a thought about this too. I am mostly doing it for myself. I think when you start making videos for like views
The audience.
and likes and stuff, that's when it's like it turns less into a hobby and an escape, and it turns more into an obligation. And I don't want to get to that point, ideally. So I think I'm gonna keep making them for myself, but I don't have an issue with like putting it out there, because I do eventually. My end goal is for people to actually look at my art and say, that I like Shivam's take on life. I like the lens that Shivam's putting on life, or I like the way he's associating and interacting with his surroundings and producing some sort of art. I do want to have an effect on people at the end of the day, not via likes or views, but more so just via emotion. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So for that reason is why I will quote unquote release them.
This is something I asked you a bit in the car, but I also wrote it down.
Yeah.
When I went to Europe with my mom, I filmed Paris, I filmed London, and I enjoyed filming the process, but it was just so almost suffocating in the sense that like I felt like I needed to get clips and I needed to get footage and shit like that. How do you balance filming and creating content while also enjoying your travels?
Yeah. Well, keep in mind once again, I'm a full beginner. I've only done this 3 times, so there hasn't been enough experience for me to actually speak on it. We're getting real cozy in this hammock.
Oh yeah, you like it?
Yeah, we're getting real cozy, dude. But to that note though, it pretty much goes back to what I said earlier, where you don't want to make what you're doing an obligation.
Absolutely.
Like the reason I'm doing this is because I have fun with it. There's so much that like I view in my travels or even in everyday life where I think like that's super cool. I want to capture that. And that's why I started doing all this, and also just to like keep myself occupied, be more of a creative, actually, take what I see and turn it into art. So that's why I started this, to have fun, to, get out of the 9-to-5 corporate cycle and the basic drinking, partying on the weekends, and actually do something which, causes my brain to stimulate.
That has meaning for
effectively.
you.
That has meaning. And that's not me just doom scrolling on TikTok. So that I think is the most important thing, is really assessing with yourself and reevaluating how much fun you're actually having when you're doing this.
Absolutely.
So when I was in Japan, like I was having a great time. Like it didn't feel stressful. Once it starts to feel stressful, that's when you should, take a pause, a step back, and think, all right, like what am I doing right now? Is this worth it? Is this aligning with the original goals I have? Is this aligning with the original values I have?
Absolutely.
Because that's when it starts to turn into an obligation, as I said. And that's when it kind of just defeats the whole purpose of doing it in the beginning. So as of right now, I haven't even found the need to try and balance it.
Because you just enjoy it so much.
Yeah, like for example, when I was in Portugal and I saw something cool, I'm trying to think, try to remember like one of my clips from Portugal. Like one of my clips from Portugal was like these 2 little kids like in a fortress. We were at a fort in Portugal, and they were just running
Yeah.
and having like the time of their life. And it really reminded me of how like when you're a kid, like, you know, there's no responsibilities, no nothing. You just kind of like run freely.
Absolute imagination.
Absolute imagination. So I just had my camera on me, so I just hit record. There wasn't much lift per se needed. And that was that. And then I didn't even look at it until after I got back home, and I tossed it in like my editing software. And that's when I was like, all right, this clip is sick. I think I'm going to use this. That was just me observing what I thought was cool and then capturing it. Instead,
Gotcha.
if I didn't have my camera on me and I saw that and I was like, damn, I wish I captured that, and then it like really stressed me out later, then that's when I would have probably taken a pause and been like, okay, like what's going on?
Can I take a guess at who your favorite director is?
I think I know. I want to guess what your guess is going to be to my favorite director is. I feel like, I don't think you're going to get it right, but I know exactly who you want to guess. But you can go ahead. Yeah, Wes Anderson is sick. Dude, I think, okay, he's not my favorite director just because I think like,
Because I feel like the coloring that you do in your videos,
very
like,
Wes.
He's the GOAT of coloring. You know what I'm saying?
He is. He's insane. I want to be like Wes for sure. I definitely think a lot of the way that I like shoot and like try to edit is very Wes inspired.
Absolutely.
He's not my favorite director only because I think his directing style is tied with Tarantino.
Okay.
But I think for me, like, it's such a basic ass answer.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, like
The GOAT.
like
The actual
he's
GOAT.
just the undisputed GOAT in my opinion.
My favorite director is Christopher Nolan, and he is actually like a genius.
He's a genius.
Like he's like the way he constructs films isn't on like the narrative of okay, it starts here, it ends here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna tell this cinematic story that's all encompassing, and that he has the craziest plot. Have you seen The Prestige?
Yeah.
Goated movie. Goated, like the way you've also seen Memento.
Yeah.
Memento's also, you know what I'm saying? Like he has you watch this movie and this film, and you have a conception about it, where it's going, how it's working, and he just turns it on your fucking head.
It always turns, without fail. Even if you think you know it, you don't know it.
Absolutely. He did the same thing in Oppenheimer with the scene where Oppenheimer is talking to Einstein at the lake.
Yeah.
And then Robert Downey Jr.'s character,
through.
it was at the very beginning, and then at the end, it's just like, Robert Downey Jr., you're a fucking idiot. It was just about something like random on some
something
shit.
completely random. And it keeps you thinking after the movie. So like, as you mentioned, like there's no beginning, there's no end. There's really no end. Like you keep talking about it until you see it the next time, and then you talk about it again. They're pretty what's the term for it? Timeless movies.
Absolutely. I think the best examples of his work, it's his most outrageous, but Tenet.
Tenet, dude, Tenet is like slept on as hell.
It's so slept on,
a lot of people
bro.
don't like Tenet because it's super confusing.
I think the problem with why I think it would have been a better movie if he didn't purposely try to make it confusing. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like, I think the plot, the shots, everything about it was amazing. I just think like, why fuck up the audio on purpose? You know what I'm saying?
What part? I don't know. Now I don't know what you're talking
Like for example, like the audio would be like, it would be like the main actor and then Robert Pattinson like talking, and you'd have like this music in the background like da da, or like some bullshit like that.
Okay, dude, maybe I don't remember it as well. I'm gonna have to go do a rewatch.
But Tenet was
they did make it, dude. He did make it super confusing.
He made it so confusing.
I think we had to like pause it like 10 times at least.
But I think when you
finally get
when you get it and you watch like the hour-long film analysis after the movie,
it's so good.
You're just like, fuck, bro.
I do get why, like, if somebody told me I don't like Tenet, like,
I understand it. I absolutely understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't like bash him for it because I get why, like, why you wouldn't. Like, it was super confusing. I think I watched it like 3 times in like 2 weeks, and paused it like 10 times each time just to like understand it more.
What's your top 3 movies?
Dude,
I'll let you think on that as I check the camera.
Set the camera?
I just need to check it to see if it's still recording. That's the problem with filming on the iPhone. Sometimes it's still recording, yeah. Sometimes it'll turn off or some bullshit.
Okay, cool.
It's like a seesaw and some shit.
Okay, so top three movies.
Yeah.
Hold up, let's readjust this.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm chilling now. Okay. Goddamn. Alright, top 3 movies. Interstellar.
Goated.
La La Land.
Beautiful, yes.
And then I think the third is in between. Fuck, dude, this is so hard. I feel like it has to be a Tarantino movie. It's either a Whiplash,
Whiplash.
Inglourious Bastards, or Across the Spider-Verse.
Across
for me.
the Spider-Verse is crazy,
I just love that movie.
bro.
I think I'm just probably gonna have to go Inglourious Bastards as my third.
Okay.
So La La Land, Interstellar, Inglourious Bastards. Probably my three favorite movies.
I think for me, I think number one I'd go Inception.
Okay, fair, absolutely.
I love Inception. Secondly, I would go this movie called Perfect Days. It's this Japanese film that just follows this janitor and just his days.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I would go. Oh, I'm really trying to think on some shit. Have you ever seen Chinatown?
No.
With Jack Nicholson?
No.
Goated.
I'm gonna add it to the list though. We're gonna have to exchange letterboxes.
Bro, I love Letterboxd, bro.
Dude,
I really don't understand why how like people just don't love movies more.
Yeah, I think a lot of people out there are TV show people. I'm not a TV show person.
I'm not.
I
drop TV shows so fast, bro.
It's just hard for me to stay like into it. I think with movies, it's just like I think people like. It's like more commitment than a TV show because it's like double as long. So with TV shows, you can like take breaks more.
Yes.
So like you don't have to finish it, but then people end up binging them anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Dude, completely different side note though.
Yeah.
I just watched this movie.
What is it?
500 Days of Summer. Have you seen it?
I've heard about it. I've never seen it.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
It's good?
I just watched it, and I wish I could rewatch it without just watching it. Like, I wish I could watch it for the first time again. It was so good, dude. It was so good. It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
oh, fantastic.
the chick from New Girl, Zoe Deschanel or whatever.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Dude,
good cast.
So good.
Good cast.
So good. I actually enjoyed every minute of that movie. And I think it's fire, and I think everybody should watch it, by the way.
Do you know what I think
Viewers, watch 500 Days of Summer.
You know what I think is going to go down as the greatest trilogy of all time? Dune.
Batman? Oh, Dune? Okay. yeah.
Dune, the first one and the second one are so goated,
We need
bro.
Dune 3 to hit, though.
If Dune 3 hits,
It will.
it will go crazy, bro.
Otherwise, I could see Batman going down as the greatest trilogy of all time. Obviously, like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
like
Rings is also goated.
And then, what's the last one? Dude, Spider-Man, bro. The animated Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. What Sony did on that was just incredible.
Yeah, it's revolutionary.
The soundtrack, the different animation, bro. Now you have people like copying that style. I don't know if you've seen
Ninja Turtles?
not Ninja Turtles. I'm blanking on the name right now. Fuck, it's on Netflix. It's an anime. Arcane.
Arcane, yeah. Both my roommates actually watch Arcane. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I heard it's fire though.
Season 2 directly copies Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse like completely,
Seriously?
bro. Completely, bro. I wanted to talk about dreams, and I always talk about this.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Shit. Okay.
I want to know what your first dream was, how your dreams have changed, and what's your dream right now, dog?
God damn. When you say dream, do you mean like? Do you mean like dreams when you sleep?
No, like what like your dream is for what you want to do with this life you have.
Okay, my first dream.
Like for me, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I just want to be a billionaire on some shit.
Yeah.
That was like my dream.
Yeah, dude, what was my first? Dude, I don't know. I really feel like I never had a direct dream. I feel like I never had like a dream where I was like kind of bound to. Yeah, dude, I actually don't think I ever had an actual like dream. I would kind of like have phases with dreams. Like one day I was like, oh, like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to be a basketball player, an actor, or,
Yeah.
like, those types of dreams. But there was nothing that like really stuck in my opinion. I don't know. I just played outside a lot, and I think I was always just wanting to play outside.
You wanted to be in the NBA?
I just maybe for like a couple weeks I wanted to be in the NBA. Who doesn't want to be in the NBA?
Has there even been an Indian NBA player?
I think there was one. I forgot his name.
Oh shit.
Some guy with the last name Singh.
Okay.
I don't know how it turned out though.
Bro, how was the switch coming from the East Coast or like Midwest to San Diego?
Dude, absolutely unexplainable. And like when I say unexplainable, you will not understand until you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my home. Like Chicago's great, and suburbs of Chicago are great. But the West Coast is unbeatable.
Absolutely.
Like I should think like West Coast is literally the best coast for so many reasons. The weather it's peak.
Beautiful.
Like for the viewers out there, it's literally middle of November right now.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling in a park outside.
We're chilling in a goddamn hammock, and it feels fine.
And it feels great. If you were in Chicago right now, you're probably freezing your butt off. It's probably gonna snow. I think it actually did snow. There's nothing to do in the Midwest, and I feel like that was like a battle that my friends and I always had. Like after we got to like later high school and college, is we spent most of our time hanging out in a parking lot, in cars with like jackets on, maybe a 30 rack of beers, if it was like a Friday.
Yeah.
In Champaign, like where I went to school, there wasn't anything to really do either other than go to the bars, which gets boring pretty fast. As like a complete twist to that is you come to California. First of all, you can go to LA. I'm just gonna say in scope of San Diego. You can go to LA and San Francisco pretty much whenever because it's that cheap and easy to do so. Each of those cities have already a world in what you can do.
Absolutely.
You've got, and I'm just gonna name out a few, and this doesn't even scratch the surface, but you can go to like Tahoe, Napa, like Joshua Tree, Santa Monica Pier. What else is there? Like
you can also go to Mexico and
Mexico.
Some shit, bro.
You can go to Big Bear. You can go to Idlewild and like do hiking, and then there's like all these music festivals that go on, and Coachella's happening, and like there's always some shit happening in SoCal. And the weather, first of all, the weather is the biggest thing. That'll never restrict you.
Yeah.
The second thing is there's unlimited things to do, and the third thing is like the scenery is like I never realized how nice it is to be in the mountains, even though I'm technically not in the mountains.
Because
Illinois
nice is like flat,
it's so
right?
flat. How nice it is to like have this like a different landscape and like be by the ocean and be on a coast, and be in the mountains. Until I moved here, I did not know how nice it was. Overall though, the final nail in the coffin that I'll say with the West Coast is I feel like it's just healthier for the soul. At least in San Diego, everybody is on their fitness grind. Like everybody's running or working out or rollerblading on the beach or surfing, or doing beach days. People are always outside. Nobody stays inside their house at any point of the year in San Diego. People are always out and about. And I think connecting with nature is the best thing you can do for your mental health.
Genuinely.
And it's just like, obviously people want to do that in Illinois and the Midwest and the East Coast too, but you literally just cannot. You cannot connect with nature when you're locked down in your house for like 4 months of the year.
Yeah, makes complete sense.
So
zooming in on San Diego, I obviously was born here to the viewers, but goddamn, it's like a rocket ship going off.
Dude,
in the
that
background.
happens so often.
What do you think? Is it the military base, you think?
I think
Probably.
so. Probably.
What is your favorite areas of San Diego? Like, what do you really fuck with?
Well, obviously Pacific Beach, because I live here.
Yeah.
I love Pacific Beach because it's like right on the beach. A lot of young people. Bar scene is great. The parks are great. We're literally in one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can surf. I can go surfing. I can be at the beach and surfing in 5 minutes from my house. Food is amazing.
Food is incredible. Good
Other parts though,
diversity.
I'm not a huge fan of downtown. I'm not gonna lie.
Downtown San Diego is generally ass, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it.
There's nothing redeeming about it at all.
Gaslamp is like chill. Petco Park is cool.
I think it's all overrated though. Like,
Yeah, it is all overrated.
I would never want to go into downtown, bro. It just seems like just such a hassle and such a misery trying to find parking and vibe out there, and just, bro, I would always rather be in like Mission Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Mission Bay's nice. I literally live like right in Mission Bay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you're actually genuinely, when I came to your apartment, I was like, this dude lives in the go-to area.
Yeah.
Kate Sessions, PB,
Yeah.
Mission Bay. Also, for me, I've always just loved, like, there's like a certain atmosphere about San Diego that I really miss since
Like
I've
what?
lived it. Everyone's just like relaxed.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's so mellow here.
Yeah, exactly.
People joke about how like San Diego's like a bubble.
Mhm.
And nobody in San Diego knows or gives a shit about what's going on outside of San Diego.
It's
And
completely
it's like so
facts.
true, dude. Like everybody's just in like this like fantasy land here where they're just like chilling and doing their own thing, and everybody's just shirtless on the beach eating tacos
Yeah.
all day long.
I miss it so much.
Obviously, that's not 100% true, but
I-
it's pretty true, honestly.
living in LA, bruh, I miss San Diego so much because LA is like, everyone is coming from somewhere to do something.
Yeah.
People in San Diego are just trying to like vibe out.
People are just trying to vibe out, dude.
And just like have a good time and relax and do things that are actually good for the soul. I don't feel like Los Angeles, and this is what I've come to realize the past couple months, Los Angeles isn't really good for your soul on some shit.
It's
You know what
not.
I'm
It's
saying?
not. It's not.
It's a place where everyone just wants to achieve something, whether it's the music industry or Hollywood or business or investment, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And San Diego is just like, everyone's like equal on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody's on the same wave here.
100%.
Everybody who lives here, like nobody wants to move. Like if people who live in San Diego, they want to stay in San Diego. Nobody wants to leave San Diego.
No.
Which is like a pretty big green flag in my opinion, because you know if you don't want to leave, it means it has to be a good spot.
Absolutely. What's your favorite food spot here? You can throw a couple out.
Hawaiian fresh seafood.
Oh, I never tried.
Never
Tried Hawaiian fresh seafood.
Dude, best poke in America, actually, easy. Continental America, obviously. There's Hawaii.
Hawaii, the poke went crazy.
The poke in Hawaii is insane.
Yeah.
But honestly, dude, like HFS is on that level.
Damn.
I'm not even. It's Hawaiian fresh seafood. HFS, go.
Okay.
You will be mind blown.
Okay.
Dude, that's like the main one that comes to mind. Tacos El Gordo, obviously.
Tacos El Gordo.
The tacos bang.
Have you tried the one in Vegas?
No, I heard it's good too.
It's good, but it's like the one in San Diego is just
Way better.
busting, bro. You get the big ass tray of carne asada fries, bro.
Yeah.
We're living life
we
good,
do get
bro.
a big tray of carne asada fries. The pork tacos are just so good.
California burrito also, bro. Anywhere you go, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. What is one of yours?
Fuck, bro. I love Obi Noodle House. That's like,
Oh, I have gone to Obi Noodle House before.
I love that place just because it's right by Sunset Cliffs.
Yeah.
And just Sunset Cliffs is fucking just
You go watch the
gorgeous.
sunset at Sunset Cliffs. Go get some Obi Noodle House.
Bro, you're living life, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
That's a
Fuck
good
it.
day. That's a good day.
Fuck it, you go surf with your boys before that. Also,
Oh.
fuck,
Oh,
like
that's
like that
awesome.
trifecta right there.
Yeah.
Go surf, noodles, and watching the sunset. Like
Yeah.
the fuck,
Yeah.
The fuck?
It's unbeatable, bro. It's
Unbeatable, bro.
It's a full mental health therapy session.
100%, bro.
Bundled up into a couple hours.
I think what people don't realize is that humans are meant to be intertwined with nature. Whether it's
100%.
surfing, whether it's chilling in a fucking hammock.
Yeah.
Like when people are further away from nature, you can just tell that they're just like not happy on some shit.
They're not.
And I think the reason why so many San Diegans are happy is just like there's parks everywhere. The ocean's right here. There's fucking hikes every fucking corner that you go to.
The weather's always nice. You're always outside.
Yeah.
I think there's probably some sort of study that's done with like overall happiness correlated with connection to nature.
Yeah.
That's probably some sort of study. Maybe we can Google it after this.
Absolutely. What's it called? I do this segment on my podcast called Under the Canopy or Over the Canopy.
Hell yeah.
And
I don't know what that means, but
yeah. So Under the Canopy is I'll ask you like deep ass questions. Over the Canopy is I'll ask you some retarded ass questions.
Okay, word.
Which one do you want to start with? Over the Canopy, retarded questions, or Under the Canopy?
But what have we been doing so far? I feel like we've already done so much under the canopy, dude. Like I feel like we've talked about some pretty deep shit.
You wanna go over?
Do you have more deep shit to talk about?
Oh yeah, I always have some deep shit, bro.
I think if you want to keep,
You wanna go over?
How much longer are we doing this?
Oh yeah, the sun is sunny. We'll do 20 more minutes.
20 more minutes. Let's do maybe one more deep question, then let's go. Let's talk about some dumb shit after that.
Bet. I'm gonna hit you with some deep shit then.
All right, bet.
When, or where, or what environment have you felt the most Shivam?
The most Shivam?
Yeah, like the most yourself.
That's a really good question, dude. I like that.
It can even be with a person.
I wish I could have prepped for this question, dude.
I think
Dude, I just gotta say with my homies, dude.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like it's just an easy response. Like, I feel like that's like a default response for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever you're most comfortable with. It doesn't even have to be homies. Could be a partner, significant other, lover.
Okay. Absolutely. I have
Whatever.
actually the same exact answer. Family and friends.
Family
You
and
see what I'm
friends,
saying?
dude. Family and friends. Like,
The
that's
bread
where
and
I
butter
feel
of
like
life.
I can just be as me as I want, and what are they gonna do? Not be friends with me anymore?
Exactly. All right, let's move on to Over the Canopy. And this
Okay.
question was actually given to me by Kevin.
Kevin Kong.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine. I know that guy. I know that guy pretty well.
I heard you ask this question a lot. What's worse, slavery or the Holocaust? I heard this is a iconic question you have.
You're gonna have to cut this, bro. This is a no good question.
I think, in my opinion, I think slavery is worse. just because slavery has impacted so many hundreds of millions of people throughout human history, and it's just awful. Holocaust is also fucked.
I mean, like, maybe we could just do a devil's advocate thing. Just because you said slavery, I'll argue with you and play the Holocaust card.
Do you know Kevin said you'd do this?
Yeah. I'm just a very big. I'm just devil's advocate himself, dude. I just love playing devil's advocate.
I asked Kevin. I was like, oh, so what does Shivam normally pick? He's like, he's gonna pick the opposite of whatever you pick.
yeah. Yeah, dude. The answer is the Holocaust. Just because you said slavery. Say what you want about the whole slavery, dude. The clouds look insane.
It's beautiful.
I wish we could turn the camera and let the viewers see.
I need to get like one of those like 360 cameras.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just like can swipe on some shit.
Yeah. People don't know how beautiful of a spot we're in right now. Like they're just actually they're seeing something. They're seeing something more beautiful than the view.
Two sexy brown men.
Two of the sexiest brown men.
Oh yeah, 100%. That way, tangent. As an Indian dude, I think you're in the top like 0.00001%
of what?
Of Indian men.
In terms of
sexiness,
bro. If I'm in the top 0.0001, then you're in the top 0.000001
of Arab men. Oh, bro, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate
Arab men, brown men, whatever. Maybe just men in general, dude.
Just men in general.
Why do we have to restrict it to ethnicities, dude?
Because there are some ethnicities that are sexier than others, bro. Like, bro, you ever met like a fucking Greek motherfucker? Those motherfuckers are sexy, bro.
Greek people are good looking.
Italian dudes are
Italian people
good.
Are good looking.
They're good looking, bro. There's some good looking.
Yeah, but dude, you know, there's good looking people out there, and there's good looking ethnicities out there, but at the end of the day, no one's better looking than anybody else because beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh my god,
on
bro.
Some deep shit.
You dropping some philosophical shit right now, bro.
Dude, this is a philosophical hour. This is a philosophical setting. I can't be too materialistic here.
Absolutely.
It's just not fair to the world right now.
Absolutely.
Be materialistic.
On to the next thing. Do you have an embarrassing date or hookup story you want to share? I can go first to like, you know what I'm saying, like set the stage.
No, I got no issue talking about embarrassing.
So for me, you know Dave's Hot Chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in high school, me and a girl were gonna go to Dave's Hot Chicken, bro, because she was hyping it the fuck up. And we get there, and you know how like obviously the spice levels?
Yeah.
I was trying to flex on a bitch.
You were trying to flex on her?
I was trying to flex on a bitch. So what I did was like, give me the fucking hottest shit, bro. Give me the fucking ghost pepper, right? Yeah. And then they bust out that fucking waiver. And as soon as they busted out the waiver... Oh,
they brought a waiver out?
As soon as they busted out the waiver, I was like, I'm fucked, right? Because I'm not good with spice.
You're not?
I'm not good. I was just trying to flex on this shawty, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I signed the waiver. Me and her get in her car. I got the ghost pepper. She got like mild or some bullshit like that, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I took one bite of my sandwich. I started fucking pacing around her car for 25 minutes, bro. 25 minutes? She's in here, I'm just like...
You get a second date with her?
No. we were meant.
I was about to say, if you got a second date with this chick, you'd be a legend.
No, bro. Like that asked for like 50% of the date. I was just hyperventilating outside the car, just being like,
yeah.
And then I come back in the car, and I'm like, she's just teasing me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my ass, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take another bite of this shit. Yeah. I take another bite, back to the lap.
Dude,
see what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if I have anything that bad. I can't reach too deep in my bag with like older stuff. I'm sure there was like some funny ass stuff that I did in like high school, college, but I just like can't seem to remember it right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just call on something from San Diego. I'll do two instances. So one of them, like I was just like, me and this girl were just getting drinks. Which is our first time meeting. There was no second date.
Okay.
I was still kind of like in the middle of a breakup when this was happening, so I wasn't fully like emotionally invested.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out, and then at the end of the date, we were talking about football, and she was like, I really like football.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, cool, like, this is sick. A girl who likes football, like, there's totally stuff we can talk about here. And then she proceeds to tell me that Tom Brady is not the GOAT of football.
Oh, shit. Who the fuck did she think it was?
Bro, she said, like, Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees.
The fuck?
I don't even know, dude. Like, she was bugging for sure. Because she was a Saints fan, so she said Drew Brees, actually.
Okay.
And after she said Tom Brady wasn't the GOAT, I think I like blacked out for 2 minutes. And like by blacked out, I mean not by alcohol, just by memory. And I absolutely went on the most insane tangent and just cooked the shit out of her for why like Tom Brady is the GOAT. And I was like, do you have any idea what you're saying right now? Like, to be a fan of football and not call Tom Brady the GOAT is not even a controversial take. It's purely just ignorant. You have no idea what you're talking about.
You fucking dumb
like,
bitch.
Tom Brady had 6 rings on the Patriots and then switched teams to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and then got a 7th ring. Trust me, I'm not even a Tom Brady fan, but you have to admit he's the GOAT. And I just like kept going on this tangent. And then I realized that, you know, hold up. That's when I took a step back and I was like, wait a second. This is a girl that I'm out for drinks with and not one of my homies. And then I stopped and I looked at her and she was just like dead silent, like pin drop silent.
Damn.
And I was like, my bad, I got a little carried away there.
How much longer was the date after that?
I literally dropped her off like 5 minutes after, haven't spoken since.
God damn, bro.
So, yeah, it was...
You never know. Maybe he changed her opinion. Maybe she realized how delusional she was.
Ain't no way. She probably realized that she's never going out with a guy like me in her life, dude. I probably just gave her more like red flags to look for in future dates.
She probably tells her friends like, oh fuck yeah, one time I was on this date and this
he
dude
chewed me out for not agreeing with his football take.
He just started like yelling at me. I was like,
yeah.
bruh.
Yeah. So
damn, that's a good one, bro. I'm gonna go to my last question.
Hell yeah.
And then I think we should go watch the sunset. You down for that?
Bro, I don't know what sunset you're talking about because that shit been set.
No. There's still a little bit left on that hoe. You know what I'm saying? There's still like, this is the best part. You know what I'm saying? It's like the golden crisp on the pie.
Of the after?
Of
Sure.
course. Okay?
All right, let's rip it. I'm
so
down.
let's say like you had to suck dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out with a banger right now, Shiv. I'm going out with a banger. Let's say you had to suck dick. Are you doing the first 90% or the last 10%?
I've been asked this question before. Does the last 10% imply that you ingest?
Yeah.
I can't spit it out.
You can't. I mean, you can spit it out. It just the
last 10, bro.
That's crazy. That's a crazy take.
Dude, last 10. Because
the homie's cum is just gonna be in your mouth.
Bro, first 90, like, first of all, like, you've never done this before. Like, this is gonna take a while. Let's keep that into consideration.
I feel like I could give some good head.
If you were if you were like a master like at this, like if you were a master at their craft at this,
okay,
then maybe first 90 easy.
Okay.
'Cause you're probably gonna go in for like a couple strokes and then you're basically at that last portion and then you're chilling. But me and you, we're not gonna be good at this shit, dude. So we're probably gonna be going for a little while. Like that's like what you don't want to discount is that it's not the first 90% is gonna be longer 90% than you think.
I
it's
disagree,
not gonna be done quickly.
bro. Because like as men, we understand like what makes like a blowjob good on some shit.
God damn. Okay.
We understand what it means. So like I feel like I could make that dude like bust relatively quickly. And like I am not getting no fucking cum in my mouth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're allowed to like if you're allowed to not ingest, then like you can just like pull your head back during the climax.
Yeah, but like
it doesn't have to get in your mouth.
It's still gonna get like on you or some bullshit.
Nah, you can just shield yourself.
But like you have to like give some like a good blowjob. You know what I'm saying? Not like some fugazi bullshits.
Bro, like last 10%, you just like go in for like the finishing touches, and then you just pull your head back, and then you're done.
That's under the assumption that you're not getting any cum on you or like because the thing
I think I trust myself to strategically pull back
to like dodge on some shit, bro.
Yeah.
The thing for me is like I don't even know if I pulled back I would even be strategic with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get a dude's cum on me, I'm just like, it's out for the count, bro. It's out.
I think we need to cut this, bro. Yeah, okay. I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. But I think I trust myself to make that all-star play at the last 10%. Yeah.
Okay, I believe on you, shit.
No.
Under the Canopy. This has been another episode of Under the Canopy. We're at the beautiful Kate Sessions Park. It's fucking gorgeous. Thank you, Shivam, brother.
If you're ever in San Diego, make your way out to Kate Sessions.
For doing this shit.
Thank you.
Bro, I don't even know if the camera can see us, bro. It's actually dark as fuck under like this tree canopy.
It's probably so dark right now.
But it's alright, that's what a podcast is for. You know what I'm saying? It has the audio component of it. You know what I'm saying?
Dark skin. At least I'm dark skin. You're a light skin.
But I always do this thing, bro, where I give my guests like the little questionnaire I have.
Hell yeah.
Just as like a little memento. Throw it in your drawer. You know what I'm saying? You ever see it? Just like
this. I fuck with this not just because it's a memento. Well, obviously that is a big takeaway itself is that it is a memento. Main reason I fuck with this dude is those were some sick ass questions. And And podcast or not, I think I'm gonna take this back to my homies, other homies, and like keep this going.
Keep it going, bro. I want it to be eternal, bro. Because I feel like
eternal. It is.
We're young right now. Let's make the most of our homies and our conversations, and just like let's have some good ass conversations with our homies.
Absolutely.
Let's end it off with that.
Thank you, brother.
Outskis.